So Jen, in the most recent issue of JNPD, there is an article highlighting the adaptability and resilience of an NPD team during the pandemic. Fox and Richter's article is titled "The Nursing Professional Development Practitioner Achieving the Hat Trick." I have to be honest, not only did this article appeal to me with a nod to the sport of hockey, but I believe there are some key implications that translate to any type of future educational emergency. In the hockey world, I know the term hat trick means 3 goals by one individual player, but Merriam-Webster defines the term hat trick as a series of 3 victories, successes, or related accomplishments. And in this case, the key player of this article is the NPD team itself. So Jen, I know that you had a chance to read this article too. Can you summarize the roles and functions of the 3 teams?
Well, and thanks for explaining the hat trick to me. I had no idea that was a hockey term. I'm not a big sports person, but that definitely makes sense. So I do like their play on words there. So what this particular organization, the article itself is the Nursing Professional Development Practitioner During a Pandemic, Achieving the Hat Trick, and it's by Naomi Fox and Stephanie Richter. And their organization had a very creative way of shifting their workflow. They separated their NPD teams into 3 separate teams, about 3 to 5 of their members per team. The first team was responsible for new hire orientation and travel nurse orientation. So they would do a hybrid orientation for the nurses who were new coming into their facility. The second team took a look at orientation for current staff when they were going to transition them to another new unit where they were needed. And they trained them to be competent in one of 5 areas, a couple being critical care, med-surg, ED, etc. And then they had their third team, which was the just-in-time education on the units, and they kept the staff current on what was going on in a day-to-day, sometime hour-to-hour change of information about what was coming out about COVID. They do daily huddles where they would discuss what their shared concerns were, brainstorm ideas, and they always look to focus on their most critical topics and use that time to delegate out to the staff for what their current needs were, which I found really incredible that they took this, the initiative to change their mindset to align with what was happening in their everyday world. And they did find it a little challenging, like everybody else, remaining current with the most up-to-date information that was coming out with COVID. So that's where that just-in-time team really came into play to make sure that they were giving people the most recent information. So I really enjoyed this article, and I think it goes beyond COVID. The consistency that they were able to provide by dividing up these 3 teams to the staff who was coming on board and currently within the organization, I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it certainly exemplified streamlining roles and responsibilities of the team, but then never forgetting about the teamwork element in order to ensure success of this massive effort to keep staff current. So kudos and hats off to the team in New Jersey who implemented this team approach. If you haven't already, we encourage you to seek out this article and keep this in the back of your mind in case there is an educational emergency on the horizon in the future. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.